learning a business. It's kind of community for the English speaking practice for people who wanted to come to the US. Just came to the US last last August, so it's been more than a year. And since I came here, I was kind of struggling having a conversation with people from here because I never lived abroad. So yeah, so that's why I just started this club just to with the people who resonated with my idea that we just need to practice as much as possible. But we didn't have any like courage to do that with the speakers, with the people, native speakers. So I think I can. Our platform is kind of hybrid, taking a hybrid approach. So when we talk about our competitors, there are two main types. The first one is like just a software as a service, like a Duolingo, Speak, or Babel. They have just fixed content, and then the user just use that every day. And the famous one is Duolingo for sure. And then they have like a gamification feature, so you can just learn something. You can just like put the words into the between the parentheses, into the parentheses between the between the words sentences, and then that kind of thing. When you're done, then you can just achieve. You can just continue your streak, like a yeah, that kind of things. And but it doesn't have any human interaction, you know. So I think that's kind of services is just best fit for like a novice or beginners, but it's not so effective for like weird weird conversation.
Yep.
And the other is like a other format is a tutoring system, like a Cambly or Preply or Wingo in Korea. But I think yeah, I have used all of these, but I think one of the most effective for me to improve my speaking skills is a lot of things when I just talk with people. But the problem there is it's really expensive. For example, Wingo, you can just have a conversation with the native people, and they're all like very well trained, and they're like very smart people. But you have to pay like $30 at least per just 20 minutes. So it's very expensive. And yeah, so our platform is we also use AI or gamification feature. We're gonna develop later. We are building on the website and mobile app, and also based on like we're using the transcribe tool, and based on the like transcript, we're gonna also apply like gamification feature in the app. But basically, we have um the users can have a dialogue with real people, not just robots. So not only we can just utilize that kind of software feature and also like a gamified just vocabulary practice, but also we can have a chat with real people. First of all, I think the feedback report I mentioned after the session. So they after they have the people they just begin the session, they thought that it's like a study club. So their expectation level is around there. So they thought, oh, it's kind of study club, and then oh, I wanted to practice, and that's all. But after we have a session, and then when we just send a feedback document, I think that's the wow moment because oh, I never expected like wow, it's really good and it's really helpful because the feedback report is just based on what they spoke. So that makes them to more like sensitive. How can I say it? Like there's a lot more than that. There's a lot of things they can just kind of 감동, you know? Yeah, I don't know how to say that. Yeah, and then also the price is also like so some people just thought that it's kind of study club, and then when they just received it like a systemic feedback report, that's the one they just decided to join. And the other people like they also thought that oh they also expect I know they just expect that oh it's kind of Turing system but it's a group format. So but when they so their expectation level is higher than the previous group. But when I think for those people like the price is their the attractive point to join us because price is like just 10,000 won. And for 1 hour they can speak. Of course, it's a group format, group setting, but they can also hear what leaders say, what the participants say. So yeah, that's why I think, of course, just technically they only have like 20 minutes because 3 participants, except leader, but they can just hear and they can just participate in a dialogue. So that they feel like, oh, it's just 1 hour for 1 hour. Do I need to pay like 10,000 won? It's like suddenly so good. Yeah, so that's the another point. So we have more than 10 leaders. Right now we have 13 leaders, including Josh and I. And also we need to take care of them, you know. And oh yeah, so the main hardship is we need to figure out how can we compensate leaders more because now people just pay 10,000 won and there are 3 people per session. So then the sum is 30,000 won. And right now we just provide 50% of the total amount to the leaders. So that means like 15,000, but still very not very enough. So so that's why we just also like try to do our best to provide other benefits. For example, we are currently planning to one-on-one session, native speaker session, and then people just can pay double, like 20,000 per session, but still very cheap compared to the other platform. And for that kind of session, just our leaders can participate in it without any charge. Or sometimes we invite some guests, like people. So those people, including leader also came out from the participants. So they're also interested in coming to the US or like going to school or getting a job in the US. So sometimes we just invite some people like working in Apple in the US or studying at Stanford at a PhD and then also they need to pay to attend the kind of session, but leaders they don't need to pay it. One of the most valuable lessons I have learned from my experiences is so I got interested in startup entrepreneurship from Steve Jobs, Apple, when I was like 19 years old after high school graduate. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just tried to figure out. And at the time, I just found Steve Jobs at Apple, and I was really really impressed by them. So that's why I just started my company when I was 19 years old. I didn't go to college right away. And then, yeah, so Apple, Steve Jobs, especially Steve Jobs, like his desire is just to design a new like breakthrough product, innovation. And one of the the quote he said, the most famous one is that people do not know what they want. Like, but I think that is really risk. If you just accept literally as entrepreneur, that is really risky. So you're not Steve Jobs, you're not artist, and so if you just like act like a Steve Jobs, then you're gonna fail. So yeah, you should not make what you want, but you should make what people want.
Got
I
it.
think that's the most because I also my second startup is I just made the IoT devices for posture correction, and that came from my experience when I was a teenager. I got scholarships, so but I didn't have time to go hospital or because I kind of busy to study. So I thought that then maybe if I have some kind of cushion that corrects me whenever I slouch, then it's gonna be very successful. And I just imagine that's gonna be very helpful, and it actually helps me. But so I thought that was a really cool idea, and I never asked people. And at the time, I thought that people don't know what they want. So if I just show the new product, that's the pretty new concept, IoT cushion, IoT seating cushion, and people are gonna love it. Like what people used to do that when they just first saw the iPhones, And yeah, it turns out I'm pretty failed. Yeah, people are not interested, and they're just rather buying like a traditional like posture corrector, like I forgot the name of cover chair, yeah, the kind of like traditional like the plastic posture corrector. It's very cheap. It's not smart at all, but I later found that people are it's really bothering just to check my date, my sitting posture in real time using the app to just correct their posture. People do not have the time or energy to do that. Yeah, so yeah, that's one of my lesson that I'm not a Steve Jobs and I'm not God, So I need to more focus on what people are saying, not from my heart. So I think that's a really important lesson when you prepare something.